Hello, everybody, and thanks for coming back here. This is just one of my just for funsy videos. I'm going to talk about competence today. Now, some of you have never heard competence, some of you read about it in history books. It's just kind of a rare and dying species. So, I was helping somebody out with some situations, and they said, "Well, can you take care of the prescriptions? They're going to call it in." Okay, so I'm sitting over there, phone rings, and leaving a message. Your prescription's ready. So okay. I go down, I go to pick up the prescription. What prescription? Who? What are you talking about? We don't have any prescription for that person. Well, you left a message for me. Oh no, we don't know. So it's like an act of Congress. And I gotta get them to go look up stuff. And then, oh yeah, we got the prescription from the doctor. Okay, hallelujah, we did something right. But it's not ready. So why did your system call me and tell me it's ready? Oh, we don't know nothing. We just work here, right? One of those answers. All right. So I learned my lesson. Next time I had to get a prescription for the same person at the same drugstore. Wish I could say the name of the drugstore. So I go there. Well, first of all, I get the phone message. Your prescription's ready. Okay. So I called up. Is that prescription ready? Oh, yeah, that's ready. Come on down. Okay. So I figure I verified. So I go down and I go to pick up the prescription. Oh, no, that prescription's not here. What are you talking about? It's not going to be ready for 2 days. 2 days. 2025. I'm not in a rural area. Oh, yeah, 2 days. I said, well, you called me and you told me the prescription is ready. No, 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 no. All of a sudden, oh, let me look somewhere else because where I looked was the wrong place. So now I'm going to go look in the right place for the prescription. Okay, here comes the prescriptions. Bop, bop, bop. 3 prescriptions in one bag. Right away, I got suspicious because I'm supposed to pick up one. So I look in the bag and I say, well, okay, these are supposedly for the right person. But the prescription that I was going to get, which is the prescription that was needed today, wasn't in there. Well, that's the only prescriptions we have. No, it's not. Because you called me up and you specifically said the name of the medicine. So I know it's there. I know it's ready and I know you have it. So you need to go look some more. Oh, no, I looked everywhere. Well, the first time you told me that, you said there was nothing. And then you went to look in another place. All of a sudden, I got these prescriptions. I said, so go look again. And if that doesn't work, let the pharmacist know I want to talk to he or she, whoever it is. Oh, yeah. A little while later, it comes over. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't think of looking under the last name of the person. Okay, whatever. It's just rampant. I go to the store. I won't say the name of the. I would love to tell you the name of the store. I go to the store. I'm ringing up a whole bunch of stuff. I got like 35 items or something. They tell me the total. I'm like, no, that ain't the total. It was like 3 times the price. That ain't the total. So we figured it out between the cashier and me, right? We figured out where the mistake was. Okay, well, here's your $17 change. I'm like, no, it's not $17 change. It's supposed to be $67 change. But the cashier couldn't figure it out. Thought they were doing it everything right because on that little digital dashboard thing they've got over there, that says how much money to give me. So I said, well, tell you what, I know you're closing soon. Maybe you're going to get some overtime, but I'm not leaving until we resolve this. So one of the supervisors here is this, she comes over, she says, she's asking about what happened and everything. So I told her everything. She looked at it, she says, I'll tell you what, I'm going to get the manager. I know you're right, but I can't figure out what to do about it. Okay, well, at least you're being honest with me. And it's probably something that you don't come across a lot. And it all had to do with a mistake. I don't know if it was keyed in wrong at that time or if the UPC was keyed in wrong by the corporate, whatever. Manager comes over, clickety split, figured it out. So tough to get good help. Then order pizza. Probably the last 9 times from 3 or 4 different places over the course of several months, I ordered pizza. And they say, well, it'll be there in 45 minutes. Okay, so I'm planning my life around 45 minutes. Now, thankfully, they weren't late. Thankfully, the pie was what the pie was supposed to be. Wasn't happy that it was cold. And that's okay. I get that. That's going to happen, especially because some of these months it was, cold outside, whatever. What I don't understand is how they got that pizza pie to me in 15 to 20 minutes when it wasn't supposed to be ready for 45. I don't know how that works. Another time I go somewhere, ordered something, I get the order. It's the wrong order. It's for somebody else that was waiting 2 hours for their order. So, of course, mine is cold, but it's not mine. So I don't know where mine went. I went to a restaurant one time, made reservations ahead of time. I get there. Oh, yeah, it'll be just a couple minutes. And I'm watching. I was there for good 45 minutes, and I see a couple of tables of four going right past me. Some of them had reservations, some of them didn't. A lot of traffic. It was a busy night. But I made reservations. Yeah, my reservation was for, I don't know, 8 or 9, 10 people, something like that. So it's harder to get an opening like that. But if you didn't let in the first two tables of 8 go ahead of me, then first two tables of 4, then my table of 8 would have been ready when I reserved it. Oh, can't figure it out. You don't know what to do about it. So then the owner comes over. He's the chef also, and he starts screaming at the waitress. Well, she deserved it. She was snotty anyway, but she didn't really deserve it that much because it wasn't her fault. She was just doing what the manager told her to do. But the manager couldn't figure out, well, 4 plus 4 is 8. I don't know. The manager was waiting for them to put an addition on the building that had tables for 8. I don't get it. Where's this incompetence going? I don't even want to get into the politics. I don't care if you're left, right, or somewhere in between. I think you can agree that there are many, I don't want to say corrupt. Maybe they're corrupt. I can't prove it. So I can't call them corrupt. Certainly, it seems like they're incompetent. They're definitely partisan nowadays, right? Vast majority, more partisan than they've ever been in my life. So that's it. I can go on and on. I wanted to vent a little bit, maybe make you laugh, maybe think of some of your opportunities that you went through when you found out that there was incompetence. And then someday, maybe I'll make a video like this about the medical incompetence that I personally have experienced. Maybe that'll be today. I'm going to do that right now for you. So a long time ago, I go to the dentist, got a mouthful of cavities. I'm like 8 years old. My parents dropped me off. First time they ever dropped me off, they left. So I told the dentist, I don't have a mouthful of cavities. The dentist is going on and on and on. Shows me the x-ray. I'm like, dude, I'm an 8-year-old kid. You think I really can read the x-ray? To me, it just looks like a bunch of black and white spots. What do I know? I insisted. And then finally I left. The dentist got mad. Whoa, super mad. Now, 3 years later, I decided, okay, I better go back. I go back to the dentist. Now, this dentist looks at me, what I don't know what her title was, as she comes over, she's looking at my mouth. She's ready to fall on the ground. She's laughing, tears coming out of her eyes. She's laughing so hard. She can't even speak to me. She's laughing so hard. She manages to get the actual dentist into the room. The first thing he says to me, oh, so my, whatever her title is, says that you're trying to play a trick on me. I said, what are you talking about, playing a trick? I don't know. I'm still only 11 years old at that point. I had all my adult teeth. And she comes over, opens her mouth, and says, oh, I can see why. Because your teeth are so perfect that they look like they're fake. She thought I had fake teeth. Now, the same dentist's office, it was a different people that were working on me, but still the same dental practice that told me that I had 9 cavities 3 years ago are now telling me that my teeth are perfecter than porcelain, like that word perfecter. Then I said, you know what? I'm not going to the dentist anymore. Then at age 43, I know you guys thought I was only 24 now, but once upon a time I was age 43. Now, my emotional age, my social age, oh yeah. Yeah, I'm like 18 to 24 going on 6. But according to the calendar, oh, you got a mouthful of cavities. I'm telling this woman, I says, you know what? I don't have any cavities. And if I do have any cavities, I've had them all my life and they're staying there. She wants to do x-rays to prove it. I say, I don't care what the x-rays say. I'm not doing it anyway. Never had dental work to this day. So I don't know where the cavities went. Don't know about that. I got another time. Long story. I'll make it short though. The doctor tells me, well, you got between 6 weeks and 6 months to live. Now I know I'm supposed to go into denial, right? That's one of the stages of whatever. So I get a specialist, the best one in the entire state. Well, he can't see me for like 9 weeks. I'm not doing it. Then he don't do weight. Okay. So I looked up, I found somebody else a little bit out of my way. But I went there and he tells me, what are you here for? I said, well, didn't you read the thing that I had to write that took me a half hour to write? Yeah, I read that, but what are you here for? So, well, I'm here for you to give me a diagnosis of something, right? Anyway, he told me, well, I don't see anything wrong. I said, well, if it were you, Doc, what would you do? He said, I go home and play with my kids. You got kids? Listen, I got one doctor telling me I'm dying in 6 weeks or 6 days or 6 months. Who knows? So I insisted. They sent me to the hospital. I got an appointment, it was a few days later, whatever. And they're telling me right away, okay, we're going to do a needle and it's that big. And then if we need to, if we can't get enough tissue, we're going to do a needle that's that big. And then we'll do a big needle if we need that. Oh, you're going to feel the pain here, there, and that. And this is what you're going to go through and all that. Okay, well, they go in, they do the biopsy. Okay, you're all set to go. I said, well, no, not actually, because maybe you're going to lose the sample. That's going to make me angry. Or maybe there's not enough sample. That's going to make me angry. So do the second one, right? So they do the second one. Then they're insisting that I can't feel it because they gave me some stuff, right? So I'm not supposed to feel anything. And in both cases, I told them exactly where the needle was. And I told them, I pointed to it because they didn't believe me. Sure enough, right there, because I can feel it. Okay. Maybe I just have more feelings than you. Okay, you're all set. No, I'm not all set. You did the two. I want the third one. Because here's the thing. I don't like driving by hospitals. I don't like being here. Listen, I love you as a person. Don't want you ever to have any reason for me to come back. So let's do the big one. Does the big one, we're all set. Right? Oh, yeah, you're going to have pain. Can't take any painkillers for 24 hours. And when you do take them, you can only take this particular one. I don't want to say the name brand. And you'll be all set. So I'm sitting there and I'm waiting for this pain to come. I'm waiting. Never got any pain. The final diagnosis, there's nothing wrong with me. Wait a minute. She was going to kill me in 6 days. And you're telling me I got like forever to live. Unbelievable. I go another time. I go to, I won't even tell you about the foot doctor. That's a whole nother situation. Suffice to say, I've had plenty of experience. I've had an eye experience where they're telling me, here's what I did. For no particular reason, I just decided that I was going to start eating antioxidants, and blueberries are good for that. And somebody told me yogurt's good. So I did 3 tablespoons of blueberries in yogurt. I did that once a day for like 6 weeks. 3 days later into that, it just seemed like my eyes were better. Couldn't put a finger on it, but I would only usually wear glasses at night when I'm driving, or if it's raining, or if I'm watching TV or a computer or something like that. I get home, like everything's clear. So anyway, I get to the eye doctor now. It was 6 weeks into this. I get to the eye doctor and she says, well, what are you here for? My eyes. Well, what's wrong with your eyes? I said, nothing. Blurry? No. Pain? No. Focus? No problem. Can you see distance? Yeah. Can you see close? Yeah. Dryness? No. Too many tears? No. On and on. Finally, I said, listen, doc, my eyes haven't been this good since I was 3 years old. She points at me, laughs at me. She says, you've been eating blueberries. How does she know? Because they all know. Because we don't have a healthcare system in this country. We have an ill care system. They want you to be ill. My point of all that is incompetence, and also be your own advocate. And also the solution is out there. It really is. So do some of that yourself. If you got something going on with you and you need to get fixed up, try a holistic approach. Just look into it. Maybe it'll work for you. Maybe it won't. Maybe you need that injection. Maybe you need them to cut off that limb, whatever it is. But maybe not. There's a chance. Maybe not. So many more experiences like that. I try to have the faith. It's difficult to have the faith when every time you go to a medical profession and the education you get wasn't from the doctor, it was actually the one you gave the doctor. That's all I had to say. I hope you had fun today. Listen, hit the thumbs up, please. Hit that bell icon. That's going to be awesome for me. Help me out. And take a look at all my other videos. If you see anything you like, let me know, or watch them. Give me that thumbs up and click that bell. Give me some of your experiences. You can put them in the comments there. Hopefully, we will meet under better circumstances than my whining and moaning to you. So you can click on this guy right there with your phone, and that'll get you to my website. All right, folks. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully, I'll see you soon. Take care now.